The images coming out of Oxford are frightening. A shelter-in-place order is in effect for the city. Downed trees falling all over power lines, 3/4 of Lafayette County without power. Multiple cars are slipping and getting stuck on ramps and inclines, and Oxford schools are closed the entire week. Also in Oxford, street crews seen working non-stop to clear the roundabouts, bridges, and major thoroughfares to make sure those who have to travel will have an easier time. But Oxford police and city officials are still asking that everyone stay off the roads, especially tomorrow morning when a new sheet of ice will cover the roads and it becomes even slicker. Lafayette County officials are set to deploy power company crews starting tonight.
Already the power lines and trees are coated with one layer of ice, and we know it's going to get heavier. We're probably going to start seeing power outages throughout the night, and that's our main concern for the rest of this event.
Well, Moore also warns North Mississippi residents to be ready to lose power if they have not already.